A very pleasant good day, my beloved brothers and sisters. Well, once again, this is your Christian brother, Eric Braxton, speaking to you all from his beloved country, Trinidad and Tobago. Of course, the land of my nativity, the land of my birth, Trinidad and Tobago, this wonderful island country that is in the blue Caribbean Sea. Yes, my dear friend. Well, once again, it is happy for I to join you all, and I desperate and I hope that you all have that same happiness in all your heart, mind, and soul to join me also in the context of looking at my videos, so that you all will accept the content that is recorded in these videos, the content, the information that I am that is wrapped up in each of these videos, brothers and sisters. Well, brothers and sisters, I continue reading from that wonderful book written by the late Bert Armstrong, dealing with the true identity of the 10 lost tribes, of course, with the house of Judah, the 10 lost tribes of Israel, and with Ephraim and Manasseh, the true identity of these people, brothers and sisters, who was lost to the world. That's why they were called the 10 lost tribes. They was not lost to God, because wheresoever the 10 tribes are, wheresoever God sent the 10 tribes, God know exactly who they are, where he sent them, and he have keeping his eyes always upon them. But to the world, the 10 lost tribes as lost. Many people trying to identify who are the 10 tribes, and they make mistakes. They say the 10 tribes are the people of Ethiopia. Mistake. They say the 10 tribes are the people of Haiti, or part of the 10 tribes. They say the people of Mexico are the 10 tribes. The people of Belize are the 10 tribes. The American Indians, native people of America, the Indian tribes in the different reservations, different parts of Canada and United States, they say put all of them together, all these Indian native people are the 10 tribes. They are saying that these American tribes, that these Indian tribes that is in different geographical location, that is in Brazil, that is in Peru, that is in Lima, they say all these people are the 10 lost tribes. So you see, many people misunderstand. The people who they're calling to be the 10 tribes are not the 10 tribes. You see, so there's a big misunderstanding that is out there in the world. There's a big misconfusion that is taking place in the world today, that many people have the wrong teaching who the 10 tribes are. But this book, written by the late Bert Armstrong, teaches us who are the 10 lost tribes are, brothers and sisters. And this is the true information that I'm sharing with you all, my brothers and sisters. Michael, please stop making noise for me, please. So without further ado, let the wonderful reading begin. With Australia, Sydney, Australia, and Wellington, New Zealand, and of course Canada, Montreal, Canada, Britain, England came into possession of some of the richest agricultural land on earth. This was this was fields of grains, and innumerable herds of sheep, cattle, represent a fulfillment of God's ancient promise to Abraham. In addition, there were the vast mineral wealth of Canada, Australia, and South Africa. Britain itself came to control much of the Middle Eastern oil reserve. Her possession and pipelines there helped provide the Allies in the Second World War oil that was needed to fight World War II. Overall, British influence was beneficial for the whole world, just as God anciently prophesied that it should be. It was the British Navy that wiped out the intercontinental slave trade. You only hear what this is very. I want all the black people all over the world to hear that. All the black Hebrew, all these black groups who are claiming to be the 10 lost tribes when they are not. All these black Hebrew Israelites who you all are claiming you all are the 10 tribes. when you all are not the 10 tribes. This is a misunderstanding on your part. I want you all to hear what England have done. The British Navy that wiped out, let me read it over again. Overall, British influence was beneficial for the whole world, just as God anciently promised that it should be. It was the British Navy that wiped out the intercontinental slave trade in the early 19th century. The British and foreign Bible societies headquarters in London were responsible for the Bible being translated in the 16th century in the time of King James. So the Bible was translated in the time of King James. Of course, from Greek Hebrew to English, there was a Bible translation took place in the time of the 16th century in the time of King James into virtually every language and made available for the first time to people all over the world. So you see, the British bring about that translation of the Bible in mostly all the language of the many language. So the Bible will be made available to all the nations of the earth. This is wonderful good news, and a lot of people is ignorant of that news. But that news I'm sharing with you all is contained in this book written by the late true apostle of God. The deceased later about W. Armstrong have revealed that information in this wonderful book. I have a possession of this wonderful book, The United States and Britain in Prophecy. This is the name of this book, and I'm sharing that true information with you all, my dear brothers and sisters. Throughout the empire, the British Empire, Britain rule was not enforced by huge occupying armies. In fact, during the 19th century, the British army were quite small. It was called the Thin Red Line. In vast India, inhabitants by scores of millions. Even in the 19th century, it was the British Civil Service, never more than several hundred, that ruled. They administer justice, collected tax, and enforced the laws. They alone came into direct contact with the native population. They worked hard and efficiently. Corruption was unknown amongst them, and they had triumphantly withheld justice, upkeep justice, peace and order for several decades, 70 years. Page 738. Tiny little England emerged practically overnight to rule the greatest, most extensive empire that the world had ever seen. That empire developed into a great company of nations, which is Ephraim, company of nations, held together by allegiance to a common crown, where Elise can any one point to the fulfillment of the ancient promise that Jacob claimed for his grandson Ephraim. Clearly, God had kept his word to Abraham. So you see, brothers and sisters, you see who is the people? Who is Ephraim? White people. I'm not hiding behind no bush. Ephraim is not Ethiopia. Ephraim is not Tanzania, a black nation. Ephraim is England. Yeah, they are white people. They are the tribe of Ephraim. They are a commonwealth of nations. And who are Ephraim? The people of New Zealand, the people of Australia, the people of Canada, and British white South Africans. So you see, that consists of white people, British people. They are Ephraim. So I'm not hiding behind the bush. Those in the Worldwide Church of God, they know this history. But if they don't want to come out openly like me and say it clear that they are white people. Of course, in the book they are saying white people, but they might want to come out as me and say it in a video that they are white. Well, then they are showing scaredness. I am not showing no scaredness on that part. Ephraim is a white nation. And also Manasseh is a white nation also, which is United States of America. You all get the facts now? Right, I will deal with that further, my dear friends. So I've ended on that note, my dear friends. See you all in the next video soon. Bye bye, my friends.